Hey guys, Frenzy Gaming here, and welcome back to another video of Wizard101 Gaming. And today is actually not a video about questing. I actually have a video about that, but I'm not trying to promote my video right now. I'm more in the sense of trying to talk about pet hatching and its many issues and how a Kingsisle can possibly fix the issue with pet hatching. So what exactly is pet hatching? Pet hatching basically is a process of you hatching with another pet in order to make an even newer pet for its generation. So what do I mean by that is basically you get a pet, you hatch with another pet, and it's basically a totally new pet. Either it's a totally new pet in appearance, either it's a totally new pet in stats, number, like the numbers and the pedigree, maybe the talent, and possibly it could also be the other person's pet. But it will be a dividing of your talents with the other person's talents, and maybe it's possible talents that you received in the past, as well as going for the other person. So that's basically the basis of pet hatching. And why is it important? Pet hatching is important because it actually helps you get through the game easier, it makes you better than some people, and also it's essential when it comes to PvP. Because in PvP, stats are very important. It's not just all skill, but stats are also very important when it comes to PvP, and it's decider of who will win the match. And pets actually help you a lot when it comes to getting good stats. Sorry about that, I had a little interruption, but basically the importance is simple. It's struggling to find people to hatch with you because of the fact that it's a risk of losing time to do a hatch that you actually like to do. Now, what I'm talking about here is the issue is not gold. Gold is pretty simple to come by. You can do it many ways. 3 ways I can say, for example, you can do unlocking of Crab Alley for like 750 crowns, and eventually once you get that, let's say you're level 60, you can now farm Waterworks. And Waterworks can actually give you tons of gold in order for you to do hatches, as long as you farm it a couple of times. Second way is every boss in Vesterland. If you farm Vesterland a couple of times, you're definitely going to get like lots of gold for pet hatches, because Vesterland is actually one of the best places for you to farm for pet hatches, or just gold in general. The third option is actually the thing I do, which is actually gardening. And gardening, basically, they can give you like tons of items for which you can sell, tons of them which are very valuable. For my example, I have tons of couch potatoes. Not only do they give me mega snacks, but they also give me auras and also empowers. And empowers are still valuable today. They're still 800 gold when you sell them most of the time. And it's very an essential way to actually get gold, because you just get gold from just basically doing nothing but just taking care of plants, which is honestly awesome. So gold really isn't the issue. The issue is the pet hatch timers. Now the pet hatch timers for right now, since I just hatched, was actually 12 hours. And basically my issue with this is that there is not enough pet hatch timers. And this is where it gets down to this. Lots of people, there's tons of nice people out there, but the issue is that they're risking the chance of getting themselves a good pet, or a pet they like, in order to help someone else. Now, typically this wouldn't be much of an issue sometimes, but the majority of the time it's always been that issue. It's not the fact that you don't have enough gold. You can get gold pretty easily, but it's the issue that there's not enough timers, or the timers are just too long in order for you to do pet hatches. Now, Kingsisle actually did make an update about crafting, and they put tons of time slots when it comes to crafting. But when it comes to pet hatches, they stayed at the same as only one pet hatch you can do, and the timer is immensely long. For me, with membership, it's 12 hours, but when it comes to not having membership, it's typically a day. And that is a lot of time just to do one pet hatch. And the thing is that's very struggling to even find one pet hatch. For me, before I started getting like pretty decent pets for myself, it took me like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours just to find someone to hatch with me. Because it's just that difficult. Typically, those who have good pets, I mean, majority of the time they will like to help, but they're looking for other talents. And you know, that's just the way it is. I mean, like, I can't blame them for it because, you know, that pet hatch timer is so long. And some of them are just kind of dicks, and they just don't want to, like, you know, help you, you know, get some pet hatches. They rather prefer helping themselves. But majority of the time, it's because of the fact that they're risking the fact that they're losing so much time that where they can actually get a good pet in order to help someone else who doesn't have the pet they want or need. And that's an issue. Now, everyone could say that, okay, well, Kingsisle is a business. Why should they do what I'm actually about to explain? They have a business. They can make so much money off of just, like, you know, people buying a Peru's potion. Now, there's not really that many people who buy Peru's potion. I see more people more likely buying an energy elixir than a Peru's potion. Even though energy elixir can be farmed through Grub Guardian, lots of people typically don't tend to do so because, again, it does take time to get energy elixir. For me, it took me like around 2 hours or so to get like 3 or 4 energy elixir, and that's, like, you know, pretty big. I mean, sure, it's super useful, it's super helpful, but like it does take a while for you to farm for it. As for the Peru's potion, it's 400 crowns, so that basically that's like about a dollar amount for crowns. Now let's look at the packs. Now, in my opinion, packs are probably the biggest way that Kingsisle makes its own money, because there's just like a minimal chance that you can actually get something good out of it. And to get maybe a full set, it will take you a couple of packs, maybe hundreds of packs. And look how close this is. These packs are 399 crowns. Compare this to the Peru's potion, which is about 400 crowns. Now, it's just 1 crown short, but for an elixir, when it comes to the potion, I mean, you're likely not going to like do like 10 pet hatches in one day. I mean, yeah, there might be people who do that, but that's not the majority. But the majority may likely buy more than just 1 pack. The majority may buy like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. You know, depends how much money they can spend. But they can buy tons of packs, or people actually gift other people some packs, maybe like 2, 3, or 4, 5 packs. And this actually gives a big difference to how much money Kingsisle can actually make with just packs. When it comes to the elixirs, sure, this is a good way for Kingsisle to make money, but it's not exactly a very vital usage in order to make money off of. Packs are the way to go for Kingsisle when it comes to trying to make money out of something, because majority of people will most likely buy packs because the gear, maybe the looks for the wands and stuff look amazing. Pets, you know, lots mounts. Lots of people will more likely buy more packs than they will ever buy a Peru's potion. So that's my battle between, you know, the fact that a commenter will probably say, yeah, Kingsisle will make money this way because it's a business. Well, yes, they'll make money from a Peru's potion, but they'll more likely make even more money when it comes to packs than a Peru's potion in general. So, now to talk about my solutions for fixing this issue. So one way Kingsisle can actually fix the solution is maybe they can make more timers for pet hatching. And again, this one is actually probably one of my most favorite ideas of thinking how they can actually fix it. Because here's the thing. there'll still be people still buying the Peru's potion as long as they have the gold for it, and most likely a majority of people will, because gold's pretty easy to come by. So let's say if the pet hatching actually goes from 1 to 3. Now I think the maximum they should have for, like, pet hatching should be at least 3. And that's super useful, because not only will it give people more opportunities to do hatches with, but when it comes to using a Peru's potion, now it's a little bit more essential to use a Peru's potion. So, like, instead of you doing 3 hatches, you can do 6 hatches, and then that 6 hatches can turn to 9 hatches, and so on and so forth, as long as you have the gold. Another way they can fix the issue, and maybe the way that Kingsisle may preferably fix the issue, is cutting down the hatch timer. Now, the hatch timer is something that maybe shouldn't be debuffed like too much. Maybe, like, let's say for non-members it will be 12 hours, and then for members from 12 hours that will then turn to 6 hours in order to do pet hatches. Not only will that make pet hatching a little bit more easier, but it'll also allow people, Kingsisle, to make off some money when it comes to actually people wanting to buy more membership, because now membership is even more beneficial because of the fact that it will only take 6 hours for you to do hatches again. And pretty much that's my 2 solutions that Kingsisle should hopefully consider when it comes to improving the pet hatching system, because the gold is not the issue. It's the timer that's the issue when it comes to pet hatches, and hopefully they'll consider these ideas for maybe their next update, so hopefully players can actually have an easier time when it comes to the pet hatching. So guys, that's it for my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions that you would like to also put, leave it down in the comments below. If you think this is a great idea, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, stay